Virgo, welcome to your full moon energy read. Depending on where you are in the world, the full moon energy will be available to you January 26th, 27th, thereabouts. And it's a great time to do an energy read as it tends to be very, very concentrated around the full moon. On top of that, it's the first full moon of the year. And then also it's the full moon in Leo. So let's get cracking. What's going on, please? Show me that Virgo full moon energy. Show me that Virgo full moon energy. Show me that Virgo full moon energy, please. What's going on? If you are confused by the schedule today, you may have missed the mid-month check-in for January, where I discuss the new schedule changes. And that will be outlined for you in the description box, yeah? What's going on, please? Like always, take it resonates. If it does not, reverse those energies as you see fit. These are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so they may not resonate. Normal. Check your other placements. What's going on, please? Show me Virgo. Show me Virgo and their full moon energy, please. Seven of Wands, Chariot, King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Page of Cups. So shall it be. Heart space is opened up just a little bit towards something. What? I don't know. Emotional investment, very small scale. What it looks like, we'll see. The Seven of Wands, I see defending your position. It's kind of like you've drawn a line in the sand and you're going to stand by whatever it is that you've drawn a line in the sand about. And it's looking powerful, whatever it is. The Chariot, the insistence, I need to move forward in this particular direction. King of Pentacles, that sense of practicality and wisdom around you that says I have the experience, the fortitude and strength to back this up. I can do it, I can make it happen. And the Knight of Wands, the energy to make it happen. So not just the practical experience and the will to drive in a particular direction, but genuine enthusiasm to bring it all home. It does seem to require you, though, to stand in a particular position that says, I stand by this. This direction, this flow, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you're saying you kind of have to put your foot down on this one. Or it's something that you feel like you have to do alone. I don't know. Seven of Wands is interesting. It can imply blocking. I don't see it that way. It's typically, I have to stand by this. It's my job at this time to defend a particular position. Not wanting influence, or as we would say, we don't want any notes on this particular subject. I've made a decision. I'm not looking for feedback on this one. Kind of like that. That's what the Seven of Wands is like in terms of its practical application. All right, we're going to start right there with that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Defensiveness, yeah, but that's part of the Seven of Wands stance is defensiveness, you know. That's where that sense of blocking comes from. But it's not always just straight up blocking, guys. It's like on a particular subject, on this, I cannot bend, you know. This is something I got to do. You may not understand it, but it works for me, and I got to defend what I know, right? All right. Let's see that Page of Cups. Let's see that Page of Cups. Let's see that Page of Cups. Huh. I just now noticed that. I got USB and support function things everywhere. Tis the life. It's like all I'm trying to do is read tarot over here, Virgo. Okay. And then you find yourself surrounded by equipment that, well, it's just all alien to you, isn't it? And it's like, oh, she just records these and uploads them to YouTube. Oh, there's so much surrounding supportive equipment you have to use to do all those things. And you find yourself surrounded by these ugly wires and cables and things, and you're just like, honey, I'm just trying to read tarot, okay? Page of Cups. We got the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. There's something here you refuse to talk about. And it's not refusal as in angry, but it's like you're saying it's not up for discussion. Okay? Like I said, you ain't looking for notes, honey. You ain't looking for notes on a particular subject. It's almost like it's private to you, Page of Cups, and it's almost like you're being shy about it. It's like, I understand, and I'm sorry, but this is for me. I'm being open towards this for me. And this, whatever it is that you're doing, it's just not up for discussion. It's something you say you have to do because you love yourself or because you understand your self-worth. You are doing something that says you have to defend your position, and it's not up for discussion. Okay, sounds like Virgo. I didn't mean that to be rude. It's just, honey, when you check out, sometimes you'll forget to include other people. You heard of Virgoville? Okay. Not the Jimmy Buffett song, which that's Margaritaville. Close, but not quite there. With Virgoville, sometimes you have a tendency to check out, and it's like, I didn't think you needed to know. It could be that, but I see it as you make an active choice to decline communication on a particular subject. It's like, this is for me to explore. It's personal to me. You're saying it's a private thing. Leave me alone. It's not secret, but it's also like, it's none of your business. And I like to tell people in situations like this, you know, I practice the lost and ancient art of none your business. Virgo gonna do what Virgo gonna do. I mean, you're saying you feel good about it. It's just not up for discussion. Like, I'm not going to take notes on this. I'm not going to talk about it. Don't need to. This is for me. Okay. All right. What are you getting up to, honey? Show me that Seven of Wands. You know, I often used to tell people, it's like, I don't talk about something unless there's something to talk about. Like, I ain't got to talk about it. If you keep that up, I understand it and I respect it, Virgo, I do. I'm not trying to give you shit. I'm just saying, if you keep this up, I'm going to have a really hard time coaxing 25 minutes out of your reading. All right, let's see that Seven of Wands, please. Seven of Wands, 25 minutes being my minimum standard for in-depth readings. Let's see that Seven of Wands. Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, so no wonder. I get it. I think I get it. I don't know the specifics, but I think I understand the mechanics behind it. Okay. So you have been feeling emotionally absent, downtrodden, and sad. You're drawing a line in the sand because you have an idea of how to make yourself feel better, but you're not looking on notes for other people about it. It's not really up for discussion. You just know that whatever it is you're doing, you have to defend your own particular position. And it's kind of like, you know what? I haven't been feeling much. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. I've been emotionally checked out. I'm not going to share my plans with other people about how I'm going to make myself feel better, because you do have something in you that says, I want to start making changes, but I don't want to discuss with other people, because if my talking with other people had helped by now, I wouldn't be feeling like this. You know, and that's why I say everything begins with the self. And I think it's one of those things where you're telling me, I'm just going to shut up and do it, because you're not getting the feedback you need to help you advance, feel better about yourself, your situation, or how you personally feel. And that's why I tell people all the time, everything begins with the self. So I think you're that Virgo who typically talks to people to sort out your thoughts, your feelings, but it hasn't worked in this particular situation or circumstance. You said you've been down in the dumps for a long time, and you can talk your head off all day long, but that doesn't seem to make anything better for you. So you have an idea that you're keeping to yourself about how to improve your everyday quality of life, particularly how you feel on the inside, and you're just not sharing it. You know, it's like, I made a wish, but I'm not going to tell anybody in case it doesn't come true. It's kind of one of those things, I'm just going to start doing it. And if it works, great, but I'm not going to tell the people about it. I don't want the input, and I don't want anybody to, you know, to try to blow it up in my face. It's like, oh, that's stupid or whatever. You don't want feedback. You just want to keep it between you and you. Your own particular plan to get yourself out of this emotional rut. And, okay, why not? If you've tried everything else and it's not working, I know that. You know that feeling. Okay, let me help you. When we give something up, like say smoking, and you've tried it like 10 times. To quit smoking 10 times, and every single time is a failure. And every single time you told family and friends and they support you and they're like, yeah, yeah. And then the fifth time, the sixth time, and your family like, uh-huh, yeah. And you know that, you've seen it, you got the feedback. You know you've been upset and you've gotten some feedback, but none of it helps. And you're kind of tired of trying to tell people how you can feel better, and then you know, you don't really get the support anymore because they don't really kind of believe it anymore. So I think that's why you're showing me, you know what, I'm just going to try this thing and hopefully it makes me feel better. So that's why you're keeping it to yourself. See what I'm saying? It kind of feels like that. Does that make sense? I'm sorry it's so vague, but it's an overall sense of sadness and just the disposition of sadness and disappointment that's been attached to you for so long. Whatever your next idea is to feel better about it, you want to keep it to yourself. Okay. And if that's your process right now, why not? You tried everything else and it hasn't worked. So why not? Let's see that Chariot. I want to see what your plan is. How are you moving forward to feel better? That's what I want to know. What your origin story is between that Four of Cups and Eight of Cups, I don't know. But I know that it's been with you long enough for you to be disappointed with how long-standing it is. You've tried other things to make yourself feel better. It doesn't work. So you got something going on. You're going to keep it private to you. Let's see that Chariot, please. Show me that Chariot. Show me that Chariot. Yeah, so I don't blame you. You putting up the do not disturb sign. I don't blame you. You know, this is between you and you, like I said. You are not the first person to show me something like this. You are not the first person to show me this. It's been, I cannot begin to tell you guys how much I shuffle in between takes and then what you see on camera. It's, people, you're like the third person now out of all 12. So that's significant to me in terms of numbers. Yeah, that's literally 1/4. Okay. In 12 signs, you might be the third or fourth person to show me a re-entry to a cycle. Okay. Consistency. I was wondering if this kind of thing was going to happen when I started to merge the readings. A lot of crossover here. For now, yeah. Yeah, you're looking at a powerful re-entry, but you're also saying the timing has to be right. You are going to move in this direction, just not right away. And for what we're not right, I don't know, but the goal's in sight to you. It might even have a very specific date or a specific week or a specific month attached to it. But you're saying when the timing is right, I'm going to reapproach something and I'm going to do it on my terms. Whatever this is seems to be the solution to your frustration and feeling down. That's why you might be keeping it to yourself. Perhaps you don't think other people would understand. Maybe you're right. And Chariot, the world, the Lovers, the Three of Wands. It's literally a matter of time before you reapproach that world. It's like the third, fourth re-entry I've seen. Not closing out, but opening, or rather reopening what looks like an old case. And it's something that you feel you need to do. I'm not going to dissuade you. I've seen nothing here to show caution on that. Not yet. And that's Three of Wands is waiting with purpose. It's looking like you're waiting for the timing to be right. And you, like I said, for some of you, you have a very strong idea of when that is. You can see it, I can't. But it's the impression of moving forward, just not right away. I'll be ducked. Some people have shown me Six of Cups. Some people have shown me re-entry to their equal, like say King, Queen of Wands. You're showing me re-entry to the Lovers, strong connection. Okay, that really feels like it was built for you, because essentially it is. It's not like any other connection or any other romantic partner you'll meet. It's complex. You'll love it as much as you hate it, because it's as much as you love and hate yourself. That's what the Lovers is. It's a mirror of everything that's the best and everything that's the worst of ourselves. And that's why, ideally, if we connect with our lover appropriately, we push upwards and outwards. But if it goes south, that's exactly what it's like. It goes south. So like say you can love it or you can hate it. But somewhere in between is the lesson of it, which is ourselves. Yeah, so it's a powerful decision. So that's why you've been upset. It's kind of a long-standing emotional stagnancy, anywhere between 4 months to upwards to a year, 4 and 8. Okay, in that world, like I said, it's far away. It's happened. It's already done. So the pain is not fresh. But how it lingered, the impression it left post-linger, post-separation is still with you. So this is why you've tried to feel better and you can't. And it's the reason why when you talk to family and friends, nothing works. It's because it doesn't really involve them, does it? Nah. That's what's going to make us feel better, approaching it in some way. It looks like that's why it's private to you. You don't want anyone to talk you out of it, right? You're right. 100%. If I were to hazard a guess, I'm guessing you have talked to some folks, maybe 1 or 2 here and there, or a whole bunch. I have no clue. Clue. But they've probably told you or talked you out of connecting with it for a long time. And guess what? The answer just doesn't suit. It's because it's not your answer. Your answer is your answer. How other people would help or advise you, that's what they would do. But it's not working for you. You have to do what's right for you. So it's no wonder you showed me such a sharp. I'm not going to talk about it to anybody. I thought it was just I don't need anyone's approval. And a touch of that's in there, but it's just like if that advice, bless them, those folks who are around you, and you try to get advice. If it was working, you'd have been satisfied with the results by now, right? That's what I'm saying. Everything begins with the self. This is what's correct for you, then it is. If you're just seeking closure from the situation, then that's what I want you to get, if you're able to get it. Okay? But you're also saying, hold up, time has to be right. Okay, cool. King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. Okay, very good. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Yeah. Let's see that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles. You know, I might do Oktoberfest this year. Speaking of October, I don't know where that came from. I have no idea. We got a minute until the next Oktoberfest, but I haven't done an Oktoberfest in years. I used to participate, and it's just fun. It's Oktoberfest. It's fun. And there's some parts in Texas that take it very seriously. As you can imagine, all the German towns, there's a lot of Germantown settlements, old Germantown settlements here in Texas, and so they take Oktoberfest super serious. But I haven't done one of those in a year, and I don't know why that just occurred to me. Let's do Oktoberfest this year. I don't know. Thumbs up if you do Oktoberfest. It's like beer, turkey legs, and awful music. But hey, I can say that. It's my heritage. I know what's up. I'm honest, y'all. Seriously. You go there for the social fun and activity because it's wild to see these grown adults carry around these huge tankards of beer you can't possibly finish and eating turkey legs the size of my arm. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's fun just for that reason. I have no idea why I brought that up. I apologize. King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles. I haven't done that in years. I'm trying to think about last time I went to Oktoberfest. Gosh. Goodness gracious. Well, there you go. It's been a minute. All right. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. The Hermit. Stop. Oh, my God. I was going to say, oh, Hermit. Oh, Virgo. Look at you. Some of you have some double, triple Earth in your chart. It's lovely. It suits you, though. Practically speaking, you know it's the right thing to do. Your heart's moving in this particular direction. We want to heal with what we know and what we feel. It's beautiful. It's really simple, actually. Like I said, when the timing is right, this what's happening down here is what was not able to be achieved in this past year. Okay. So like I said, everything begins with the self. If you know healing or feeling better about the situation means taking the situation into your hands and approaching it the way you need to heal with it, around it, or around that subject, it's because it's right for you, not how others would influence you. Bless them. They're family and friends for a reason. I'm sure they advised you well, but like I said, if it had worked, it would have done so by now. This connecting, re-entry to that particular world is what you needed to feel better about your heart. You got truth, wisdom, and insight all here. Whatever this is that you waited for the time to be right worked. It healed your heart in all the right and necessary ways. And you're very pleased that you did this. It soothes you incredibly. It puts your heart back into working order. Okay, things are just right. Things are just so. You know, I can see where you probably tried to help yourself feel better on your own terms and in your own way. And not everybody's able to get closure, guys. It's a common misconception I have to counter all the time. I don't think whatever this was that you've been struggling to let go of or heal from or recover from in this past year is so bad that you can't get closure from it. A lot of people feel they can't get closure, reasonably so, because things are just too wild, too extreme, too toxic, or too abusive. So that's how I know this was none of those things. This is something that you needed to do for you, and it's looking like you got reasonable closure from it. Your heart feels better, like 1,000 times better. You know a lot more than you did, and you seem to be a hell of a lot more at peace with yourself. So I don't know how things are going to look with your lover from that point forward. I just know that you connect with them long enough to soothe you and to literally put peace in your heart. Okay. Okay. That's gorgeous. That's absolutely... See, you doing what you need. That's why you didn't tell anybody. You knew, didn't you? You had a sneaking suspicion you're going to be talked out of it. I guess you've been trying to talk yourself out of this for a year, hoping to get confirmation from people who know you. Don't do it, Virgo, don't do it. And you're like, yeah, you're right. But they weren't right, were they? You listening to yourself, that was right. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, so if you're able to get closure, that's a beautiful thing. That's a wonderful thing, but it's no guarantee. That's why I say everything begins with the self. But there are some situations where looking at it, assessing it, understanding what was involved, closure is actually feasible. And if that's true, move towards it. More power to you both. Okay? More power to you both. Let's see that. It does. It really does seem to soothe your heart. And there you are, beautiful. There's your power card. All is well. All is well. All is well is in your heart space, in your mind. And you're back on top of your power. Practically speaking. All right. Let's see that Knight of Wands, please. The Fool. The Three of Pentacles. Oh, it's going very well. Okay. I didn't know what was going to happen after that. Just because you make peace with somebody doesn't mean there's going to be a continuum of energies. There's no guarantee of a continuum of energies at all. I'm just happy with the peace that you found. It makes me so freaking happy for you, especially after this past year, emotionally, of what I've seen for you. 4 months to a year, thereabouts. Yeah, no, your energy is picking up quite beautifully in a tame way, I should say. You're really open to the Fool, Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands. So what does that mean? It's when you see the Three of Pentacles near the Four of Wands like that, couple thoughts. It could be a contractual agreement between two folks to start building something from the ground up. Three of Pentacles, let's start here. Let's commit to working on our friendship and understanding it and being real good quality friends towards each other. I can commit to that if you can. And really being open towards it with the Fool. I'm saying, yes, I can do that. I can commit to a solid core friendship between us. We know this. This is our agreement. This is our relationship. Four of Wands is a relationship as two people define it, guys. It's no guarantee of marriage. These are how things start. Friends first, relationships, whatever. But we have the energy here. Knight of Wands, passion too. The oomph. The drive to really open up and forge a strong alliance, friendship, and contract ourselves to it. This is our relationship as we understand it. We're going to work on the fundamentals of friendship, trust. Was trust an issue? I'm not saying the misgivings. But if you're going to have a relationship where two people agree to stand up in it, be it friends or otherwise, trust is going to be a core value there. Absolutely. But start with the basics. It could also mean the very, very beginnings. It's too early to see for some of you, but the very, very early beginnings of a high-functioning relationship that is more evident down the road. And it's just beginning its structure now. Regardless, it's going to take an agreement on both sides that you are working towards the same thing and that you both want to. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Any additional advice, please? Good for you. I'm just very happy. Got you out of the slumps and you listened to yourself and you said, this is what I have to do for me. Oh, goodness. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please, for Virgo. Show me that advice, please. Advice, please. Advice. Okay, there's the Fool again. Oh, the glorious Fool. Oh, the beautiful Fool. Okay. You see, oh, you have been wanting to open up towards this break for a while. Okay. Okay. To take that chance to rebuild things. Ah. See, Death, Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles, the Fool. Really trying to understand our feelings, the anxiousness of it. Did that really happen? Was I really so uninvolved? Did I really not feel anything? We're saying that we're attributing the feelings to the reason that this thing failed, is that somebody wasn't showing up in the heart, and there's regret surrounding that. That wasn't the case at all. But it was like being so overwhelmed sometimes by feelings we didn't know how to identify, or we wouldn't allow ourselves to identify it. We managed to keep ourselves emotionally separate from it, even though we were actually feeling quite a bit, but we refused to commit to what feelings exactly. So somebody always had a buffer between them and what they were experiencing, and hence caused the break. Am I right? Tales old as time, that one. So yeah, if we're going to do the Fool, let's open up and do the opposite of what we did in the past. Okay? That's it, really. We had the opportunity to take a chance and express our feelings. Somebody didn't, and that's when the cups got retracted. When somebody just got stuck left with this feeling, I feel so much, or do I? I feel a lot, but do I? I feel a lot, but do I? It's kind of like that. I think that's kind of what I'm looking at here for somebody. Anyway. The Emperor, King of Swords, lots of determination there, the Devil. We needed to understand where this was coming from. Was this obsession? Was this pride? Was this fear? Somebody really had to diligently dig in there with the Emperor and the King of Swords and root out the cause of this particular problem. Is this a pattern I have? And in which case, I don't need to reapproach this at all, and I'm perfectly fine. I just need to work on me. Or did this mean something more to me? I have to sort that shit out too. You know, because where's that coming from? That took a lot of work. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying such a strong reference, I believe, to the past year. We had to sort through all this shit for the past 4 to 8 months, possibly 12 months, you know? I just know that your conclusion's correct. You know what? I do need to do something about this. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to defend my position. You're correct. That's the voice you listen to. And it's probably with you this whole time, possibly as an unintended driving force, but that's one of the reasons why I think you took your time, is because you had to make sure it wasn't coming from a bad place. I'm not saying anyone's guilty here, guys. I'm just saying these kind of things happen between two people, okay? And our ability to sort shit out defines us as who we are in terms of character, strength, endurance, the willingness to seek closure for ourselves if we think it's possible. We need to make sure it's coming from a good place in ourselves first, so on and so forth. So in other words, you're approaching this for the right reasons. All the wrong reasons, you've already worked through those, which has led you to the conclusion that you can approach this for the right reasons. I agree. No argument for me. You know, I said, Virgo, honey, you're full of shit. I would have told you. Hopefully you know me well enough. I'd be honest with you. It's not what I'm saying here. Your most authentic self is soothed by what you did. You whittled down all the options, understood where it was coming from. And if you're on the reverse end of this, somebody else's approach and their process, you can see for yourself, you know, it's coming from a good place. And that's what we want. We want this kind of stuff to come from a good place in us. And so it is. The only time I see you keep private about it is because you're like, you don't want to discuss it. I think you're generally afraid you're going to be talked out of it for reasons that you had already been talked out of it. And then you yourself weren't sure about where this was coming from in you. Okay? As far as I can tell, your closure here is clean. Looks clean to me. You did all the work. You did all the background work, I believe. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Sag, somebody did before you got this as well, but absolutely confirmation. It is a time for you to give rather than to take for some of you, yes. Step out of your comfort zone. That's what I'm talking about. You had to know that you absolutely wanted to do this in order to head in this particular direction, especially kind of given the daunting task that might have preceded it, surrounding it, that kind of thing. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay. And a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Yeah, that's right about. Yeah. I just know that when you did, it's for you, your heart's so much more beautiful, it's so much more relaxed, and you're like, it's so soothed. It's so soothed. You learned so much. You've grown so much. You're out. Your heart space, everything's forgiven. Everything's forgiven. Isn't that beautiful? Everything's forgiven and at peace. And you're back in your natural state of grace energy. It's beautiful. And then there's kind of a bonus here. And I think I set us up, or we set ourselves up for maybe building a little something. But it's also like saying, I got my friend back. Yay. A little more than a friend. So I think that's why I'm seeing a Four of Wands attached to this. I think you two more or less are agreeing, with or without words, to build upon the practicals or fundamentals of a relationship here. You call it friends first, fine, that's cool. It's just there's a lot of personal, emotional energy attached to it as well that also looks healthy. So it's just kind of like bonus. Yay. I don't think you were expecting one. You and your loved ones are safe, New Moon in Cancer. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh. You're not the first person to get an apology card. I want to say it was one of the water signs. I don't remember, honey. That's the downside to doing these back to back. Now, they really do start to merge for me. Apologies, forgiveness. There is a sense of apology here. Like I said, there is forgiveness in this, and I see that because your heart is soothed. There's something here about control tactics. Okay. As I said, related to the feelings, did we thought if we didn't say our feelings, we'd have control of the situation or we couldn't be hurt by it? That's a form of control tactics. I saw the biggest portion on the advice line having to do directly with feelings, and that's what led up to the breakage. We had the opportunity to open up, but we shut it down, something like that. Control tactics, guys, that's a patternized thing with the devil. Control tactics, and it's born out of fear. The bigger our fear is that's unaddressed, the more we inherently feel the need to control the situation. I don't think your devil's that bad. Everybody's got a devil, you know? I mean, shit, honey, I got a devil attached to my job. Why? Because I get a little too obsessed with work. Everybody's got a devil. Just the more you know, the less likely you are to feed it, and then therefore it deflates and it doesn't overrun your life. You took the time to look at these things, I promise. The action here, the attraction is stupid, I'm sure. That's the Ace of Wands. It's there. I've seen it. But you also are showing me somebody here having the courage to change. Okay? All right, Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.